Well, buen dia, all the way from Paraguay. My name is Peter van der Merwe, all the way here from our little boutique hotel, the Wander. As you can see, I'm having a light bulb moment, and I decided to do a little video just after my yoga session this morning. This life of ours is meant for living. This is a time that we have to take control of our lives, our destinies. It is a time that we need to embrace the power that we have within, because within us is greatness. Within us, there is unlimited power. No matter where you are in this world, no matter if you're living in South Africa or if you're living in Europe or anywhere in this beautiful world of ours, if this message finds you, that means you are drawn to something that I have to say. There is something that I am trying to convey to you and your family, and it's about hope. No matter where you are in this world, there is a better alternative in this world. There is a better way of doing things. You have today the choice to make a decision whether you want to be a part of the negatives, the horrors, the unrest, and all the stuff that really divides us, or you have a choice in getting involved with things that is going to unite us as a humanity. I'm creating an ECAHLI community which also won the best self-sustainable community for 2025. I'm very honored about that. I'm still processing what that means, the repercussions. You know, with everything in life, as you elevate, as you grow, as you start doing things, everything in your life is going to be challenged. But I'm here to give you hope. There is a better way in doing things. There's better ways in moving in this world. There's a better way to provide for your children a better future. Our ECAHLI project, meaning Eco Community Alternative Housing Lifestyle Initiative, it's all about that. I see with the people that I speak to on a daily basis, through the WhatsApp or through Google Meets and things like that, I see and I feel and I sympathize with their pain, with their suffering. If I had the financial resources, I will literally fly people over. I will close my hotel to the public places and I will offer my hotels for people to stay in. While we are busy constructing the ECAHLI community project, people have to be taken care of. That is the reason behind the hotels. Rosario and I, for a few weeks, sat down and we just talked about the project, the long-term plans, how are we going to implement things, how are we going to make things easier, and she challenged me. Besides being the mother of my two amazing little boys, she's also the mother of our daughter, I know her. And as young as she is, she's a very deep soul, so she thinks about a lot of things. And even though I was like, okay, we'll just rough it, we'll book people in Airbnbs and Bs and places that I have, but that's not right. So that's why we started the hotels. That's why we are starting what we are doing. We are preparing for the people that's arriving. Now we already have, I think it's 5 people that's already reached out to ask us about long-term stays, taking care of the accommodations, all those kind of things. Even immigration, we have a network that covers all of these kind of things, that makes your immigration easier. Now, why is Paraguay for you better as a South African coming from an undeveloped country, which have a very dim view on our passport because it's kind of limiting us to countries? Now, don't go to developed countries. Developed countries is falling apart. It's becoming unraveled with crime, high living cost, unorganized control. It's just manipulation. You can't say boo online and then they will come and arrest you. You can see from the pandemic which countries have been severe. So don't run to those countries. Don't go to the UK, Australia, New Zealand, and Canada and those kind of things, because you've all seen the magnitude of control that was inflicted on the people. So when you decide to move to a country, I recommend Paraguay because it works for me, it works for the project, the climate is great, people are fantastic, cost of living is good. It's a country with endless opportunities and possibilities. And that is why I moved here. And that is why it's going to be working for our community as well as for you and your family. Now, Paraguay for me is about 40 years ago, South Africa. It is a slower pace in living life. People really care about each other. It's a God-fearing country in many ways. And when you look at the whole aspect of things, starting over just became a lot easier. Look at undeveloped countries. Don't look at Africa. Don't look at Africa for a while. Give Africa time to do its horrors to itself, because it is self-inflicted. Even South Africa, it is because people vote for a ANC government that's all about self-gain. And if you look at the ministers and presidents and people that's been in ANC, they're all prosper. They're filthy rich. They have the biggest houses you've ever seen. They have bodyguards and they have all the luxuries, but the people of the government is suffering. People are living in poverty. People are, just being divided. We are being diverted with crime. We're diverted with pandemics. We're diverted with unstable economy globally. Now is the time, the calm before the storm, for people to make a move. Whether you have all the necessary funds or not to join ECAHLI, if you have some or no, even reach out to us. Because in the ECAHLI community, it's about humanity, it's about reform, it's about unification. It is about providing people with talent, gifts, and that little bit of something special about themselves. People that's inventors, dreamers, and creators. That is what ECAHLI is about. So we're going to give people less fortunate. In South Africa, 5 families are going to be gifted a place in our community, an equal share in our abundance, in our lifestyle, in our opportunities of growth, sustainability, and all of these kind of things. We're also going to gift 5 members or 5 families in Paraguay a place in our community. For us, it's about integration. It's about working smarter, not harder. The time of individual greed and control is gone, and that is why ECAHLI for me is also a better option, because all decisions are made by the community members. There can never be a locked vote, because the only time that I have a vote, the only time that I have a voice in the community is when I get to a locked vote situation in our community. When we are faced with decisions and we can't move on, then it's my position that I can cast a vote. Other than that, I'm just a normal person in the community. I work the same as everybody else on all fields. Nobody gets more money. Nobody gets less money. Nobody gets better houses or better anything, more benefits. Everybody gets the same. Equality in its finest form. Even our financial decisions, no decisions is allowed to be made without its community members' votes. And a vote is only valid and legal when it's a signature on it. So it's about, we have to present things to the community. If we want to do a project, if we want to bring out a new product range or buy new land, or we want to expand, or we want to do something, we have to decide it together. If we're going to sponsor people, if we're going to sponsor one of our children in our community that wants to further education in a specialized field, we, the community, take care of that. We help each other's family, because that saying, it takes a village to raise a child, and that is what we are going to do. Returning to a simpler, less complicated way of doing things, creating our own organic healthcare, hygiene, and household products, growing our own products, produce. We have our own livestock. Nothing is chemicals, no hormones, no nothing. So that is what we're aiming for. All of us so far that has been approved for ECAHLI is unvaccinated people. So we are looking for the conspiracists. We're looking for those people that people called name during the pandemic, the one that's healthy, the one that's, strong, in your character, in your will. Those are the kind of people we want. People that see no problem in the world. This is what ECAHLI is about. This is why this channel is the way it is, why it's expanding, because my message is about hope, renewed hope towards a better future. One ECAHLI community at a time, one family at a time, we're going to bring change. We're going to have multiple ECAHLIs all around the world. Paraguay is the base for us to roll out the first one. We are already negotiating with the Brazilian government as well as with Argentina. We are busy with people in Peru as well. So this means for us, South Africans, all of a sudden we have one community. Each community is individually owned, but all the communities are interconnected. So if you are staying in Paraguay in one of the communities and you decide you want to go stay for a while in Brazil, so then you can change with the people in Brazil, a family. You can say, all right, I want to come and live in your community. Can we house swap or position swap, then you can do so. So that gives you freedom to move between communities, to be flexible, and because we are all interconnected, individually owned, that means you never lose money, you never have to start over. And because the architecture, the philosophy, even the people are all like-minded, it doesn't make a difference which community it is the same kind of atmospheric climate that we create. Each community, we support each community, we provide information, and from each community we become stronger and stronger and stronger as we grow. The first ECAHLI community is the mother. It is the one where we're going to be experimenting on new eco-technologies. We're going to try new concept ideas, solutions towards a sustainable future. Starting over literally just became the best idea ever. It just became one of the most exciting things in this world. Even immigrating to Paraguay, for South Africans, it's the easiest thing to do. All you need is your unabridged birth certificate, apostolized. You need a valid passport and your police clearance from South Africa if you are living there for the last 3 years. That's what you need. It doesn't make a difference where you live. You need for the last 3 years where you've lived, you need your police clearance. And that is it. We take care of everything else. You and your family now just got a better way of moving in life. There's no strict controls on how much money you have to put in. There's no strict controls on anything else. Even people that had a little indiscretion when they were younger, we can help them with relocation. A lot of people always say, I have a traffic offense, or, I was in a bar fight when I was in my teens, or I was a young adult and I was adolescent, I was stupid. Those kind of things we can still help. Severe things we cannot help, but small things we can help. Paraguay is a country of hope. It's a country of new beginnings, and they are welcoming people from all over the world. People are here so helpful. Not all of them. Now, let's be honest, there's a lot of snakes as well, so you have to be careful. I've been here 3.5 years, going 4 years now, and for me, every time I'm amazed. Sometimes dumb things people are trying to pull over you, but also the kindness and honesty of others. There is better options. There's a better choice in life. You are not your family. You are not your ancestors. So don't let anybody tell you that you're a horrible person, you're a racist, you're a elitist just because you're white, because we know that's bullshit. You're a good person. Don't let your words do the talking. Let your actions do the talking. Even with us, Rosario and I, we have the hotels. Some of you only see one part of our lives, but we do so many other things. And that is how you have to move. Let your actions speak louder than your words. Be a person of integrity and honor. Who you were in the past is not who you are today, and who you are today is because of your past. You've transformed, you've changed, and you have evolved, and you're seeking a better way for you and your family. Don't let other people's words, projections, and fears stop you and your family from embracing a whole new life. Literally relocating, immigrating, prospering within your first 2 years is now accessible. The ECAHLI community, each community is only limited to 20 families. So don't leave it until the last minute. Don't wait until the last minute for anything. Love and light, reach out. All the details is below. We are here to answer questions, have a conversation, just exchange ideas. That's what it's about. Love and light.